you recognize this photograph?
Yes.
Who are you in the photograph?
I have on a red sweater.
All right, you're on the far right?
Yes.
Am I correct that this photograph was posted on February 11th of 2018?
Yes.
And when it was posted with the title Family, correct?
Yes.
Who is this individual next to you?
Andrea.
I'm sorry?
Andrea.
Andrea what?
I don't know her last name.
Okay. Who is this
Family.
individual here in the pink shirt?
I don't know her last name.
Maul.
Maul? Can you tell us Maul's full name, please?
I don't know his full name.
Can you tell who this individual is here next to Maul?
James.
Can you tell us James's full name, please?
I don't know his full name.
Can you tell us who this individual is here in the black on the left hand side?
That's the whole point.
Hold on.
Can you tell us Polo's full name, please?
I don't know his name.
Were you lying in 2018, or are you lying to this jury now about whether Michael and Trayvon were at your house on June 18th, 2018, when you woke up? In 2018, when you gave that statement first to Detective Curcio in October of 2018, and you were asked the question of whether Michael was there, you gave a different answer than you are giving now, correct?
Yes.
Isn't it true you can't get your story straight about whether Michael and Trayvon were there at your house when you woke up because they weren't at your house when you woke up?
Objection argumentative.
At this point, this lawyer is just trying to make it clear to the jury that
Is there a reason
he could be telling
why
any
you
story.
would lie about something like that in 2018?
Yes.
What's the reason?
Because I was trying to minimize my involvement.
Basically, this is defense attorney just trying to make him look like a rat in the jury's eyes that'll say whatever he got to say to save his own skin, which usually is the case.
And that's the procedure. And that's the way it's set up in the law. And that's the way we've been doing it for a long time. So up to this point, Mr. Kimmock's questions have been appropriate. He's asking, did you make a difference?
I seen a lot of people on the internet talking about, oh, this judge is, all he does is overrule the defense and this. I don't know. I've seen him play it down the middle. I've seen him check the prosecutor just as quick as he's checking the defense.
Did you say something different?
Yes.
He's just going to repeat over and over again to the jury that Buddy told a different story in 2018 than he's telling now. Basically, just letting them know his credibility is nothing and they got no reason to believe him.
So 12 separate felonies. You are really bad at committing crime. Can we agree with that? on that?
Objection, Judge. Argumentative and improper impeachment.
What's the question?
I'm objecting to
I'll
the
withdraw,
question.
Judge. I'll withdraw the question.
The jury will disregard the question.
Yo, this dude is a super clown. He goes in there, tough guy, no nonsense attitude, and he just comes off. I don't even know if the jury even likes dude. This guy's there just solely to create chaos. That's hilarious.
This particular gun that you testified to, you testified that this was Dedrick Williams, my client?
Yes.
Wasn't it your dad that got this gun for you guys?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Oh no! You just ratted on your dad, man. Dedrick made sure the lawyer knew where the gun came from.
And actually, your dad got all the weapons involved in this crime, correct?
No.
No?
No.
Was your dad in the business of not only selling guns, like you testified to, but of moving kilos of cocaine from Miami to Toronto? Isn't that true?
To Toronto. We going back to the 6. We going back to this great Drake theory.
Sir, when was the first time that you met an individual by the name of Travis Savory? You remember meeting that individual?
No.
He actually goes by the name of Baka Not Nice. He's a Toronto rapper. Do you recall meeting him?
No.
Actually, isn't it true that that individual, Baka Not Nice, is the individual that allowed for you to gain access to the video shoot of God's Plan in February of 2018 that was shot here in Miami? Isn't that the way that you got on the set that day?
I never been on the set. No.
So your testimony to this court and to this jury is that you were never on the set of the God's Plan video filmed in Miami in 2018. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
If this lawyer pops up with video of Buddy in a supermarket at God's Plan getting free food, this whole case gonna take a turn. Wow.
How much money in 2018 did you receive from either Drake or one of Drake's associates?
I never met Dedrick before.
Yo, this lawyer is hilarious. One way or the other, this guy's gonna shoehorn this Drake theory all the way to the end of this case.
You never met Drake?
No.
Do you know who he is, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. But actually, in 2018, when this crime occurred, you didn't know who X was?
No.
Okay, so in 2018, you're from Broward County, correct?
Yes.
You listen to rap music, correct?
Yes.
And you're telling this jury that you didn't know who literally probably the most famous rapper to ever come out of Broward County was in 2018, in June of 2018. That's your testimony?
Yes.
You had no idea who he was?
Objection asked and
Hang on,
answered
hold on,
several
hold on.
times.
Isn't it true that the reason that you don't want that phone found is because of all the WhatsApp messages between yourself, people in Toronto, people that are involved in this case that you want to shield from, correct?
I don't know no one in Toronto.
Do you think, as a cooperating witness, that you have the right to come in here in front of a jury in a murder case and refuse to answer a question?
Objection argumentative, Your Honor.
He turned around and looked at the judge like, hey, come on. No, sustain. You've been objected, little buddy.
Actually, the person that sold the weapons, a month after you finally cooperated in 2022, was murdered. Isn't that true?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Was your father murdered?
No.
Was your stepfather murdered?
No.
Okay.
This lawyer don't know what he's talking about. He's just running with whatever Dedrick tell him to run with. Supposed to be smarter than your client.
You've actually given a version where you put my client as the person that's basically telling you what to do, correct?
Yeah.
But actually, in every single video and every single time that we see you, you're literally being chauffeured around by him. So I don't understand, like, how is it that you're saying that Mr. Williams, which basically looks like your chauffeur, is the one that's calling the shots? Is that what you're saying?
Objection argumentative. And confusing and misleading question.
I wonder what if dude had a divorce with his wife. I wonder what that court case looked like. Cause Buddy is wilding. He just grasps at anything.
You can answer, sir.
I mean, I wouldn't say he's chauffeuring me around because it's actually his car.
Okay, but we'll get to that part because you're actually the car that was used in this crime. You're the one that rented it, correct?
No.
You actually went physically to go get the car, correct?
Yes, I went with the person who went and got the car, yes.
Okay, so you actually physically went to go pick up the car, right?
Yes.
And you provided at least now with at least 3 of the weapons involved, correct?
What are you talking about? I don't get what you're saying.
The weapons that were taken, you brought them, right? Your father gave them to you and you brought them.
I never told you that.
Wasn't it you, the one that pointed them out, and wasn't it you, the one that said, hey, that's X? Correct?
I didn't know that.
You actually went into the store with your phone, right? And when you're in the phone, in Reba, you pick up the phone and you call people to alert him of exactly who's in Reba. Isn't that true?
Yes, I called Michael Boatwright to let him know that he was in there, but the call never went through. But also, Dedrick showed us a picture of him before we went inside the store.
Actually, you called your dad. Isn't that true?
Negative. No.
Who was it that arranged, when you fled the state of Florida, who was it that arranged that?
The lawyer just throws something out there, regardless the answer he get, he just moves on. He just want to throw it out there. It's funny. He's funny.
In 2018, you were in a relationship, correct?
Yes.
And what's the name of the person that you were in a relationship with?
Mercedes.
Mercedes, and that's the person that you have tattooed on your forehead?
Yes.
Okay, and in addition to the relationship that you had with Mercedes, you had relationship with multiple other women.
Objection.
Is that true?
Relevance, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Judge, if I
Sustained.
okay. Were you also in a relationship with Miss Tony Robbins?
Objection, relevance.
Overruled.
You can answer.
No.
No. So you basically testified previously that you would call her every other day.
So now his angle to make him look crazy to the jury is you cheat on your girlfriend that you love so much that you tattooed her on her forehead. Like, this guy is just, I get it. You want a defense attorney that's gonna pull out all the stops, but do you want a defense attorney that's just reaching? Like, man, you gotta have something better than Drake and dude's infidelities to make him look like the rat he is to the jury.
What type of activity are you in that you need 4 cell phones? Could you explain that to this jury?
Moving and
I do
shaking.
fraud.
You do fraud.
Yes, I was doing fraud, yes.
Okay. How is it that the day that you went to commit this crime is the day that you don't have your 4 phones, but you only have 1?
I ain't trying to be held up with 4 phones while I'm pulling robberies, carrying around a satchel of 4 phones.
Because as you can see, I wasn't doing fraud anymore.
Okay, I'm sorry. You just testified that you were doing fraud, and now you're testifying that you weren't doing.
You was a rehabilitated fraudster.
I said I didn't want to be attached to the phone numbers that would see me calling Michael Boatwright while we were in the store.
Right. Or anybody else that you may have called before or after, including your dad, your sister,
Drake,
and a bunch of other
Jay-Z.
people. Correct?
No, the reason I destroyed the phone was because I didn't want anyone to know that I was calling Michael Boatwright.
You're testifying in this case because you wanna save your own skin, or do you genuinely have remorse?
Save my own skin, say it.
I definitely would like to get a lighter sentence, yes, but I definitely have remorse. I sit and look at the stand and see people crying, and I'm trying to do my best to get family, friends, and his fans justice.
Okay, so you have remorse today, now, when you see them, or you had remorse previously? When did this start?
I've been having remorse probably about 5 months, 6 months.
5 months or 6 months, so really consistent when the time that you finally came forward allegedly and told the state attorney the truth? Is that what you're testifying to?
Objection, argumentative, Your Honor.
I'll give you some latitude. I'll allow
You
it.
can answer, sir.
Well, actually, I had a lot of time to think about it because I don't know if I should say it or not, but I'm on 23-hour lockdown, so I have a lot of time to think about it. I'm thinking about other people.
Okay.
Instead of being selfish, I'm going to think about myself and trying to just.
But you actually had years and years to think about that, and then coincidentally, you just started thinking.
My message to all of y'all right now is don't wait till you're on a 23-1 lockdown to start thinking about other people and start being unselfish. Start being unselfish and start thinking about other people right now while you're in the world. Because you do not want to be thinking about nothing on no 23-1 lockdown. If the game ain't for you, don't get in the game. The game ain't for you. I'm telling you, the game ain't for you. Game wasn't for him. You could talk all the rapper stuff. You could talk all the movie stuff. At the end of the day, 23 hours locked down.
But you're really sitting on the stand because you want to save your own skin and your own life. Is that correct?
Of course, I would like a lighter sentence, but I want to do the right thing.
You still gonna do 25.